The hashtag Vaccine Gender Justice wants government to align all their activities to the national gender policy and global and regional commitments. Nomthandazo Mankazana is the Leadership and Grants Coordinator at Gender Links, and she joins us now via Zoom. A very good morning to you, Nomthandazo. Thank you so much for making the time to speak to us today.
Good morning, Desiree.
Nomthandazo, what exactly does the call for vaccine gender justice entail? What are you asking the president to do?
So basically, the call for the hashtag vaccine gender justice is saying that we are asking the president to extend the vaccine rollout to under 35s as soon as possible, because we find that there are people under 35 that are ready to take the vaccine. We're also asking that we ensure that the vaccine reaches the most marginalized communities in South Africa, including migrant women, people living with disabilities, the LGBTQI communities, sex workers, women living on the streets, the elderly, and as well as women that are living in the most rural parts of our country. And we want also the president to prioritize those with serious comorbidities, because we find that there is data available on death cases and on the number of people that have been infected with the COVID virus. However, there is no sex-disaggregated data on the rollout, nor do we have data on the demographics of where the rollout has happened or on the race for women and men.
I get that latter request, but the first request that you spoke about, of course, this is in cognizance of the fact that the president, at his last address to the nation with regard to COVID-19, did state that people younger than 35 can, from September, start to register. Do you think that will be too late?
Yes, definitely. From September, it's too late. They should have been able to register, because you find that there's many frontline healthcare workers and people that work for NPOs like myself who are under the age of 35, and we are on the ground. Just the same with our grantees. We're on the ground, we're working with people, educating and creating awareness on the importance of them having to take the vaccine. So you find that some of the people are under the age of 35, and already they are exposing themselves in the work that we do as civil society organizations.
You touched on it a bit, but just looking at the current data, which areas are of particular concern regarding the representation of the impact on women?
So you find that around the globe, South Africa is one of the countries that have more women that are infected and are dying from the pandemic. And it reflects deep underlying gender inequalities that have been fueled by the pandemic. So 70% of women are frontline workers and caregivers and have been affected economically by job losses. And then here in South Africa, less than 10% of South Africans have received one vaccine, and that is lower than the global average.
Yeah. Just give us a sense of who are the other 42 women's rights organizations that have signed the petition with you.
So as Women's Voice and Leadership, we are sub-granting to civil society organizations in South Africa, and these include Rise Up Against Gender-Based Violence, Coastal Resources in Port Edward. We have the Great People of South Africa in the Western Cape. We have Lesedi Lasichaba in Johannesburg. So it's a big range of organizations that are very, very small or medium-sized organizations that we're working with, and who are taking part in education and awareness of the importance of people having to take the vaccine, and also to dispel the myths around the effects of the vaccine.
How and where are you delivering the petition?
So we have sent the petition via email to the presidency. We've put it on.
Nomthandazo, do we still have you?
Yes, I'm right here.
Oh, okay. For a moment there, your image was frozen. You can just repeat the answer.
So we've sent the petition to the presidency, and we've put it on all our social media platforms so that people can sign, and we also have it on change.org.
Okay, so how can people interrogate with this conversation? How do they get to those platforms?
So it's on Twitter, it's at WVL South Africa. And then on change.org, you'll find the petition there. We've also put it on our GenderLinks website at genderlinks.org.za. We've also put it on our Women's Voice and Leadership website, which is wvlsa.org.za. And the petition is available right on the home pages.
Nomthandazo, thanks for speaking to us. But overall, what are the GenderLinks messages that are coming out on this Women's Day?
The GenderLinks messages that are coming out today is that we'd like to hashtag vaccine gender justice, hashtag generation equality, hashtag voice and choice. And you'll find that throughout the month of August, we'll be releasing information on our gender attitude survey, and as well as launching our static gender protocol barometer, which actually has the most updated information on 11 areas on the vaccine and the COVID pandemic.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for speaking to us today. Nomthandazo Mankazana is the Leadership and Grants Coordinator at GenderLinks, talking to us there about that hashtag vaccine gender justice.